Good day, everyone. Before we will proceed with our topic today, I want to share this beautiful message from Dr. Christine Greenhow, Associate Professor of Educational Psychology and Educational Technology of Michigan State University. She says, online learning can be as good as or even better than in-person classroom learning. Research has shown that students in online learning perform better than those receiving face-to-face instruction. But it has to be done right. The best online learning combines elements where students go at their own pace, on their own time, and are set up to think deeply and critically about subject matter, combined with elements where students go online at the same time, interacting with other students, their teacher, and content, and getting feedback. So today, we're going to tackle quantitative research. Well, in research, we have different types of research. But for applied research, we have these two types of research that were commonly used in descriptive research or study, which are qualitative and quantitative research. So let's proceed to the definition of quantitative research. Quantitative research expressed in numerical forms, objective thinking, statistical methods, and measurement signal the existence of quantitative research, and it's also express the meaning through numerals or a set of symbols indicates specificity, particularity, or exactness of something. It uses mathematical operations of additions, subtraction, division, and multiplication to study and express relationships between quantities or magnitudes shown by numbers or symbols. And it's also seeks to find answer to questions starting with how many, how much, how long, to what extent, and the like. In the next slide, you can see the characteristic of the research. So we have these four types or four characteristics of research, which are the, this kind of research requires you to focus your full attention on the object of your study. It described as objective research in the contrast to qualitative research that is subjective. It characterized by objectiveness in which only the real or factual, not the emotional or the cognitive existence of the object, like in qualitative. And also quantitative research usually happens in hard sciences like physics, chemistry, biology, and medicine. Meanwhile, we see qualitative research in soft sciences such as humanities, social sciences, education, and psychology, among others. So we have the classification of research. Well, we will talk more of this topic as we go on with our lesson. For now, let us focus first with quantitative research definition and its importance. So let's proceed. So the importance of research of quantitative research lies greatly in the production of results that should reflect precise measurement and in-depth analysis of data. This kind of research is likewise an effective method to obtain information about specified personality traits of a group member or of the group as a whole as regards the extent of the relationship of their characteristics and the reason behind the instability of some people's characteristics. So here are some importance of quantitative research that makes it more common in conducting experimental and non-experimental research. So we have eight importance of quantitative research, which are number one, it is more reliable and objective. Number two, we can use statistics to generalize a finding. Number three, often reduces and restructures a complex problem to a limited numbers of variables. Number four, looks at relationship between variables and can establish cause and effect in highly controlled circumstances. And it's also test theories or hypotheses. Number six, assume sample is representative of the population. Number seven, subjectivity of researcher and methodology is recognized less. And number eight, less detailed than qualitative data and may miss a desired response from the participant. Okay, so let's proceed with the next slide. Okay, so as you can see on this slide, you can see that the qualitative and quantitative is being compared. And the basis of comparison is the standards of the research. Well, everything we are comparing should have the basis so that you will know that you will know what will be the degree of comparison between the two subjects you compare. So as what we can see, qualitative is subjective and quantitative can be considered as objective, where we all know that subjective based on or influenced by personal feelings, tastes, or opinions. Like, pag may tinanong ka na kung ano ang lasa ng kinakain niya, the answer will based on what is the taste of the food that he or she eats. On the other hand, objective is not influenced by personal feelings or opinions in considering and representing facts. Kasi, pag sinasabi natin objectives, may binabasehan tayong facts or katotohanan when representing an opinion. Like for example, sa isang research survey or research questionnaire, makikita natin na we need to consider the question provided and answer provided by the researcher before raising our own judgments. Okay? And in terms of expressing the data analysis and findings, qualitative may express through the use of verbal language like words, visuals, objects, and sometimes by audio-video recording because you may record your interview with your respondents for more documents that you may use as you go on with your research. Okay, so and quantitative uses numerals and statistics in expressing data because it helps people how to use a limited sample to make intelligent and accurate conclusions about a greater population. Kasi if you have these thousands of statistics help you na mapadali ang pag-analyze ng mga data which also ginagamit din sa mga international papers and also sa mga government offices like yung sa PSA who are conducting the census of population and household every after 10 years. And commonly na ginagamit dito kung mapapansin nyo is tables, graphs, and charts. And these visuals representations play a vital role in presenting the data being used to draw these conclusions or the conclusions of your research. So we all know that in research, we need to have a research plan. For it may help you understand why you are doing the study and how you are going to conduct the study. Hindi pwede na pupunta ka sa isang giyera or sa isang laban na wala kang dalang baril, wala kang dalang bomba, or hindi ka ready sa sarili mo, or you as yourself hindi ready sa pupuntahan mo. So in qualitative research, the research will take place as the research proceed gradually. Like if you're conducting a phenomenological kind of research, it will focus only on the study of an individual live experience, like for example, the daily life experience of the native tribes of people in Tibuli. Some of the research will stay like 6 months. Researcher will stay like 6 months to 2 years to truly understand the life experiences of the people who are living there. And your research may vary with the day-to-day living of the above mentioned subject in qualitative. While in quantitative research, we have to follow a certain method to fully utilize the plan that you had with your research. Like in the life of a teacher, before teaching, you need to plan first what do you need to do and what lesson you have to conduct for this day, as well as what learning materials you will use in your teaching. And this goes with the way of quantitative research that you need to finalize what is your objective, methodology, and who is your target subject or respondents. And on the other hand, the purpose of qualitative is to make social intentions understandable in a way that you need to deeply understand the organization or people rather than a surface description of a large sample of organization. And it is entirely different with the way of quantitative research where you need to determine the relationship of one thing and another. And so independent variable with a dependent variable, and also its cause and effect. Okay, so in terms of data analysis, qualitative express this through thematic codal ways, where researchers use to generate themes from interview data, generating the initial codes, and after a qualitative researcher has become familiar with the data, he or she will begin coding the data in qualitative research. Well, alam nyo yan, when you have conducted your qualitative research in your PR1, and also quantitative research uses mathematically based methods to express data. Example, statistical analysis of data that are expressed through tables and charts. Yun nga, sabi ko kanina na ang statistical analysis is very important in quantitative research. For this will help you to fully utilize your or to fully analyze your data in a way that the people or the reader will truly understand or deeply understand what is your data and what information you had to share with them. Okay, so mm, you have, as what you can see, you can find 11 standards in comparing quantitative and qualitative research, but I only uh, I only teach you or explain to you about six standards of quantitative versus qualitative research, which are important in gathering data or in your future research. Okay, so that's it. Uh, Hoping you learned something with this lesson. And thank you. God bless and kudos and DMC.